And we're back. You're listening to the Entrepreneurial Web. I'm your host, Jeremiah Fox, here with Bobby Seeger Jr. You have a little something on your face. I'll get it with my tongue later. So I've said it already in this episode, and that last little bit was even more evidence of just kind of like Bobby's resiliency, how he's gone through some really crazy shit in his life. And in like 60 seconds, he can swing back to just like the most jovial, fun-loving, happy, helping. You know, Bobby will like give you the shirt off his back at like any point, anytime. He'll be like, "You need this? Boom, I got it. Don't worry, I'll be there. I'll do it." So he likes to share his happiness, which is always amazed me, especially given like all the stories he's told me about where he came from, how he grew up, some of the shit he endured, and then some of the losses that he suffered. So let's talk about your sources of happiness. And like through all that, I mean, you talked about a lot about Elisa, and you know, don't tell everything, so she has something to talk about when she comes on the show, and not just complain about you the whole time. But yes, I want her to.
She's got a new voodoo doll. She carries. No.
But you've it seems to me, you know, you get some sense of satisfaction out of Instagram, but not in a egotistical way, just in a form of communication. You Bobby's always down for a long conversation, especially if there's donuts or chips involved.
Pretty much.
But like Bobby loves to talk. He loves to hang out with people. He loves to party. He likes to roam around. He likes jujitsu. So let's talk about jujitsu for a second, because that's obviously brought you a form of happiness. And you said to me many times,
tremendous.
If I would have had this as a kid, like what was your famous quote about like one of the mothers at the thing? Like it would have been
afraid. I don't even know.
One of the teachers at the school. You're like, we would have had a much better relationship if I'd had jiu-jitsu as a kid.
It's so true.
And it's the same for me. I mean, I was nearly 40 when I started, and I'm like, oh my God, I fucked up so many things in my life by not having this in place.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm like really happy that it finally came along, and I'm not continuing to make those mistakes. But how has jiu-jitsu affected your mental state, and how does that offer you some
incredible.
Sort of talk about it. Where do you train?
Of course, where do I train? So I train at Sun Dojo in Windsor Terrace.
Yeah, you better get it right.
I got the W's, man. The W's. Yeah, I mean, come on, it's right down the block. The professors are great. The majority of the people are great. It's good, neighborly. You know, like what was implemented early was the technique.
Yeah.
So there's nothing crazy. You know, if for myself, saying for the little bit of things I've been through, that I think, you know, everybody needs an outlet, obviously, right? Just in life in general. So I don't drink, I don't do no drugs, I don't party like that.
Not like that.
Not like that.
Boy, tell me, there's some other ways. So one of the things that you like to do is
one of the few things that I really enjoy.
He gets into these really short shorts and a really like skin tight fitting shirt. And then he rubs a little baby oil on him.
I put the baby oil on first.
And then we get across from each other on a slippery floor.
That's
we slap hands, and then we roll around. And
we get it on.
We get it on. And it's great, right? It's amazing.
Empowering.
And you get done with that. And like no matter what was pissing you off before that.
Almost.
Whatever
was pissing.
But you reevaluate. You're able to.
It's crazy.
I find like I'm able to attack the situation with a different mindset than just before.
It's good. It's a good exhausting kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's good. You know, because you're a little bit. It's unfortunate for myself. My mind is still racing on something earlier.
Right. So
by the time my mind can focus a little bit on class, I'm usually 40 minutes in, and I've done nothing good for the person.
Well, you show up late all the time too.
No. I show up on the nose.
Like today.
That keeps it simple. Yeah. 2 minutes to shine. Come on, fucking great. Maybe 1 minute.
Your hair looks awesome.
Wow.
So you also
low blunt.
You do a lot of posting on Instagram.
But the social media stuff is meant to be, honestly, it's just meant to be funny.
Right, but you get some sense of satisfaction out of that. And the point being is that you like to communicate. You like to have long conversations. You like to open it up. You like to get people engaged in some way, whether you're pissing them off or you're making them laugh, and obviously like it's good attention for your businesses and your brands.
But it's all fun and games.
Right.
Where very, very recently, I was told how I need attention. That's why I'll put up naked pictures. I go, the naked pictures were just meant to be funny. I don't need it. I know who I am. I'm comfortable with myself.
Attention.
I'm a fucked up guy that enjoys himself.
He prefaces many conversations with that.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a fucked up guy.
But it's true. My outlook and my thinking is clearly different than not everybody's. I'm not unique like that.
That for sure.
But,
so what else? I mean, especially like, you lost your business partner, you lost your son. What were the things immediately that like got you back on the path where you were just like,
well, I'll tell you what,
I'm going to be happy. Like, fuck that. I'm going to be happy. Like the Gary Vee kind of mantra and just get at it. Because you haven't slowed down.
It's just to walk outside, look around. You'll see the majority of people look depressed.
Right.
They're so far into their phone, and it's not for fun and games.
Right.
They're depressed that they're not doing it. They're not traveling. They're not seeing. They're not out eating. They're miserable at their job. Listen, I'm not saying that where I work or what I do is the greatest, but I'm going to make the best out of
it's all hassle, right? Like no matter what. Like I bet when you were young, you were like, yeah, I'd love to own a bike shop. That would be so awesome. And you do it, and you're just like, damn,
kind of.
sucks.
I wanted to have a couple of motorcycles. I got to the point where I got a couple of motorcycles, then just started selling them really for the business.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, realized, okay, so I got them. What does this really get me? You know what I like? I like seeing really my daughter laugh. I like we've got these 2 English bulldogs that are just fucking characters in general.
The handle for that is at Bubba and Buster.
Bubba and Buster. And
awesome dogs.
I like hitting the beach.
Right.
I like swimming all year. I like just knowing that there's millions of grains of sand in between my dirty ass toes.
And you like the cryo freezing thing, right? Where you
I enjoy the cryo. I enjoy the cold pools. I enjoy the banya. The guys, I like to go with, they're all into it. They like petting.
All guys.
Yes. But between Slavic and a bunch of guys that he's turned me on to, go out to Jersey or Spot 88 downtown Manhattan is awesome. It's a good time for all.
They send a check to you already?
They should.
Yeah,
man.
right.
They should. No, I prefer the only thing I like in life when it comes to people's businesses or going is not waiting. If that could be anything, I don't want a free coffee, snack. I don't, I like the whole 45-minute wait.
Maybe a snack.
All right. A little dessert goes a long way.
You'll wait for some meatballs.
No, your meatballs are good.
Yeah.
They really are.
And that bread.
They're really.
It's like, it's fine. It's fine.
It's good. It's good. Even the duck.
Yeah, no. I know what you like.
Listen, Della's where it's at.
So anything else you want to tell the viewers about happiness and just continuing? That's been like, you've done a bunch of really amazing things. I'm sure there's more going.
Well, just don't let nobody bring you down. They could kick you in the ass so many times in a day or in an hour. Doesn't matter who it is. When my kid tells me something and I just stop and I think and I go, wait a minute, she's 13. What has she experienced in life? I want to help her get to 14 and not by throwing her out the window. Right. So, you take that into account. Or like your partner doesn't really like what you're doing. Okay, well, you can't please everybody. You just try to do your best. What's the outlook? Again, and like I started saying, if I'm not whole, how am I going to be able to help?
Right. I think that's huge. You have to start with
and your partner, the people around you, they may not like a lot of the things. Because I'll tell you what, my partner and a lot of people around me don't like a lot of the things that I do or say. Who am I here for, though? My primary purpose is me. Right. And then it goes to if I can help or hurt you, like I'll do my best.
You can try.
I know.
Really awesome, man. Thank you so
much.
Fantastic. A lot of things we didn't touch on, but maybe we'll do it again.
Later.
Less clothing next time. Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend. Once again, you're listening to the Entrepreneurial Web. I'm your host, Jeremiah Fox. Listen in next week. We're going to talk exclusively about jiu-jitsu and martial arts. You know who I've got coming on. Have a great weekend. Peace.
Talking Alternative Radio. 24 hours